Hi, I'm Bing, the president of BackJoy. Thank you for taking the time today to learn the 3 easy steps you'll need to know to use BackJoy. You know, the first time I saw BackJoy, I didn't think too much of it. I thought it was too simple looking, too small, too hard. It's not even a cushion. I didn't get it. When I tried it, I was using it wrong. I didn't feel any instant relief or major change in my back. I thought it was just one of these gimmicks that's overpromise and underdeliver. Well, I was lucky enough to have the inventor of BackJoy teach me how to use it. And he showed me there is a little trick to getting it right. But it's so easy, once you know it, you won't want to sit down without it. It's like sitting on a comfortable shock absorber that takes that kink out of your back when you sit. And you feel like your back is actually floating over your seat. So after I learned how to use BackJoy the right way, I sat back down in my $800 office chair, and it was like my eyes were open for the very first time. Sitting, as I knew it, was just uncomfortable. But I knew now that it didn't have to be that way. And I knew BackJoy was something special. That's when I decided to buy the company. So I want to teach you to use BackJoy the same way the inventor taught me, because getting it right makes all the difference in the world. So let's go through the 3 easy steps that it takes to use BackJoy the right way, and then we're going to take the BackJoy challenge. So let's get yourself situated in front of your favorite chair or whatever chair you happen to be in front of right now. I'm going to use this hard chair just because it's a great way to see what's going on. But also, hard chairs are a great way to feel what BackJoy is doing for you most effectively. Remember though, you can use the soft chair with BackJoy. You can use a chair of any type. You can use a soft recliner, a couch, car, airplane, movie seats, restaurants, wherever you need to sit, BackJoy can work for you, hard or soft. So before we begin, let's take a look at how BackJoy relates to my body. BackJoy actually goes under your body. You sit on top of it. You see, BackJoy goes under us, so we're going to snug it against my tailbone, just like this. This is what happens when you're sitting on it. Try this for yourself. Pick it up, pull it behind you, and feel it snug against your tailbone. This is the way it should be in your chair as you're sitting on it. So when you have it snug under your behind like that, and you can feel the cupping, it's a great way to experience the way it should feel in your seat. And as long as your body is wider than the BackJoy when you sit on it, and you're up to about 300 pounds, it should work great for you. So that means when you put BackJoy in your chair, you place it like this, never behind you, like this. You're going to be on top of BackJoy. So now I'll show you how it works one time, and then we'll do it together. First, we're going to place it on the seat. You're going to sit on BackJoy and make sure it's snug up against your tailbone, just like that. Then the key move is we're going to scooch to the back of the chair, just like that. Now remember, when we're doing this, don't let it get up like that. You want to be on top of it. That's the key. You want to be on top of BackJoy. And that's all it takes. So let's try it together. You ready? So the first thing you start with, of course, is placing BackJoy in the seat. Now remember, the BackJoy logo is going to go right under your left thigh. So you're sitting on top of it. And that's number 1. Sit on top of BackJoy, just like we practiced before when we were standing. Number 2 is snug. Pull it snug against your buttocks. So you're on top of BackJoy and you feel the pressure against your tailbone and the cupping. And number 3, the power move, we're going to scooch to the back of the seat. So you want to make sure you're on top of BackJoy and it's under you, and it's not behind you like this. If it's behind you and there's any space between your back and BackJoy, you're basically sitting on a hard piece of plastic. So being on top of it is key, but the scooch is also very important. What I like to do again is I like to lean a little forward, press with my legs, and scooch to the back of the seat. So if it's under you properly, you're actually floating your spinal system over the seat. You've perfected your posture. And you might be thinking, well, what gives? I don't really feel too much of a difference. It doesn't feel like anything's going on. Well, BackJoy's not tricking you with extra soft cushions or massaging or any tingling sensation. It's actually moved you into a more healthy position. So in order to prove that, let's do a little experiment, a bit of the BackJoy challenge. Let's reach under, take out your BackJoy from underneath you, and sit back down. And once you've done that, just think about what you're feeling. You may feel basically a sensation of this, flattening, your gluteus muscles flattening on the seat under your body weight, your spine compressing down, tension starting in your low back. Maybe in a couple minutes it might even start hurting and reaching up to your back. Everything just kind of falls down into this black hole. Okay, well, now knowing that sensation, which is what we're kind of used to as sitting, let's put the BackJoy back in. We're going to sit on top of it, snug it up to our rear end, and scooch to the back of the seat. What you'll feel is everything's just lifted up. You'll feel your pelvis is now up, floating above the seat. Your spinal system is in that sort of comfortable floating position as if it's on a shock absorber for your spine. And that pressure and tension is just melting away. Look at the difference between me sitting with Backjoy and without Backjoy. That's how much your posture changes. You may actually sit another 3 inches higher, which helps you breathe better. It just makes you feel better through the course of the day with that perfect posture and floating over your seat. So that brings us to the Backjoy Challenge. I invite you to try Backjoy wherever it is you sit, as often as you can, in your most uncomfortable seat and your most comfortable seat. And you can decide what feels better. Do you like the feeling of being compressed and flattened, just like we've always been used to with all the seats there are right now? Or do you like sitting in a Backjoy, where you're lifted up and floating and your whole spinal system is floating over the seat with perfected posture and you don't even have to do anything about it, it's just being done for you. So try Backjoy as often as you can, wherever you can. When you're in your car doing errands for 20 minutes, when you go to a movie, or in the bleachers at a game, at work, at home, in your office, wherever you can, take note of how your posture feels, of how your back feels after driving a long time or sitting at your desk, how much energy you have at the end of the day. Try sitting with it and without it. If you're using Backjoy correctly, I am sure you will agree that Backjoy is better. So once you get using Backjoy down with your sit, snug, and scooch, you can use it any way you want to. Some people put it up in the front of their seat like this, and it works like sitting on a ball. Some people put it in the middle, some people like it all the way back. The point is you can use Backjoy the way you want to. Let your back find its most comfortable position. As long as you're on top of Backjoy, it's going to work for you. You can sit any way you want, anywhere you want. Remember, you can use Backjoy everywhere. I never fly without it. I certainly never drive without it. Let me show you how you use it in your car. Just sit, snug, scooch. I've got a car seat that feels like it's made just for me. So to recap our 3 easy steps, just sit, snug, and scooch. That's all there is to it. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for joining the more than 150,000 of us who've already discovered that there's a better way to sit. And Backjoy will do it for you. So when it comes to Backjoy, don't forget, don't sit down without it.